Plant science is a science where you actually deal with growth and development as well as management of plants. You kind of think and look at it as a way where you try to grow a seed and then eventually try to grow it to another plant, and you would get the fruit or the yield at the end of the season. What we would like to do there is how to properly manage plants when it comes to getting that actual yield that we get.
We have agriculture business, plant science, animal science, and mechanized ag. And in each of those pathways, we have certificates where students can come in for 1 or 2 years, get some skills, and get to work. And we also have transfer degrees. They can take a transfer degree in plant science and in ag business. And sometimes they take a range of different classes from different areas to pursue something like agriculture communication or agriculture science or ag systems management, areas that aren't exactly the transfer degree but are the area in ag that they want. Ag is really diverse, and so we have found that it's really important for us to meet the needs of students and meet the needs of our local ag community.
After seeing how big the program is here at Cuesta, the environment, the teachers, people, it really drew my attention because we were more hands-on. We were able to be out in the field actually replanting or being outside just learning about soil or any type of weeds that are surrounding our area, and we actually get to learn about those, which is a very nice position in the plant science program that you guys do offer here.
The ranch education program was developed in response from a need from local ranchers. They found that they had people approaching them wanting to work, but maybe lacked that basic understanding of farm machinery or farm maintenance, and also how to work around livestock. So this program really developed to meet that need. At the same time, there's a growing need for maybe more smaller scale adaptive grazing managers for fire suppression or animal integration into vineyards, and so this program really can satisfy all those needs. 5 classes have been approved through the vocational education. These classes are Introduction to Farm Maintenance, Introduction to Livestock Identification and Handling, Introduction to Land Planning and Grazing, Introduction to Livestock Health, and Introduction to Creating a Ranch and Targeted Grazing Business. The courses take place on the 75-acre property across the street from the Cuesta's main campus. On that property, we have access to a lot of land and machinery, so we can kind of get hands-on training. We also take the students out to other farms and ranches that are really implementing some of the things we're talking about, and kind of see how it works in the real world, and getting to talk to ranchers and farmers about what their needs are.
We get to go to the context where the class material is relevant. So like going to the ranch where we're talking about a certain grazing practice and seeing the effects that has on the soil and using those methods in that place.
This program is more geared towards holistic management and regenerative agriculture. And I didn't know those things existed until I actually started taking this course. Having a program like this that's absolutely free is incredible. And it's a resource that I didn't know I needed, but I'm glad I found it.
It's hands-on, place-based learning, and it's how humans have connected and created together and built communities since the beginning of time. And so I feel really grateful to be learning in this place-based way.
I've always had an interest in skills, like historical skills, and I have done a few community programs in the past, and so I checked the listings regularly. I saw that they had blacksmithing, and I was very excited, so I signed up for 2 of the blacksmithing classes.
Blacksmithing is basically working with hot metal using hammer, tongs, and other impact-type tools. We teach students how to shape the metal into various different useful objects. The introductory classes teach you a few basic techniques, tapering and twisting and rounding, that sort of thing. One of the introductory pieces of work is a barn hook, basically a shape like that you nail into a wall. And you use it to hold up things in a barn, basically. We also do a steak turner or barbecue turner, sort of a shaft with a hook on the end. You can use it to flip over a steak or a mushroom or something. The third one is a letter opener. And in the letter opener, you learn to take a bar of steel and turn it into a knife-shaped object. It's sort of the beginning of learning how to make knives.
Taking the blacksmithing courses at Cuesta College, you're essentially taking this very hot piece of metal and manhandling it and finessing it into something really beautiful in the end. And to do that safely and to do that well, you really need someone who has years of experience to help you do that. And life really has that background to help students succeed.
Well, blacksmithing is sort of a good adjunct to other metalworking. Welders learn how to stick pieces of metal together. Machinists learn how to carve pieces of metal into new shapes. Blacksmiths learn how to push them into new shapes. So all three techniques work really well. It's what they do best. Cuesta's program is a really good introduction to blacksmithing. If you take one of our introductory classes, you'll then be able to tell whether or not this is something you actually like a lot. It's not a whole lot of time investment and a really great way to find out if this is something for you.
Come to Cuesta College if you're curious about ag, if you want to deepen your knowledge of ag, if you want to have classes where you really get to know your classmates and your teacher, if you want to learn in a hands-on way, whether you want to get to work or transfer, there are opportunities here at Cuesta for you.